Good morning, America. This is Dr. Rick, the Maverick Doctor. I want to depart a little bit today and talk about some other things besides just medicine. They indirectly affect medicine greatly. One of the problems we have right now is that our congressional leaders cannot seem to do anything for our country anymore. They are continually in a deadlock. They have forgot about their people. They do nothing for the American populace. What do we do to help them? If they cannot see the cries of the people right now when everybody in America is hurting so badly, will they ever see it? It is time for these career politicians to get out of office and let other people get into office who will want to do the job, who are coming fresh from the pain of all the strife they are going through today over just simple things like having your family cared for. I have friends that have lived in England for 20 years and other friends that lived in England for several years. I know a neurosurgeon that lived in England for a couple years. They all pretty much say the same thing. You know, us Americans, when you talk about fake news, we do never get the correct news. We continually are told how good we are in everything. And we're told how bad every other country is. Have you ever noticed when you got Quasimodo walking down the street, he's always picking out the number 10 models and saying how bad they look, so he'll look a little better? That's kind of what our country does. If we just extol all the problems other countries have and forget about our own, then we make American people think that we really are good, that we really are doing something. I hope all of you start campaigning and getting out and running for office yourselves. It doesn't take somebody spectacularly wealthy to get to be a politician today. At least I think not. I think we're tired of the multimillionaires, the multi-billionaires getting into the political arena simply because they can outspend the other person. Just think of the billions of dollars spent on this year's election. And you can see from Hillary's campaign, spending all the money in the world doesn't necessarily help you. One of the things that I think we have to begin to think about is our country in general. We have to start thinking about what is happening to our air and our water. We are breathing in and drinking hundreds of contaminants every day in our air and in our water. Look at all the children we have right now that are developing autism. Male children are becoming autistic at a rate of about 1 in 64. And I read in a book the other day, The Lies About Calcium. A doctor in that book said that by 2030, all male children born will be autistic to some degree or the other. I didn't fact check this, I have no idea. But I do know, even right now, autism rates are far too high in the United States. And what is going to happen? What is going to happen with our educational system when we no longer feel education is important? When I travel around South America, Central America, Africa, you can't believe how important education is to these people. They just are ecstatic if they can get a uniform and go to school in Africa. All the children there wear uniforms, so they're not wearing designer clothes and designer shoes to school. I think maybe these are things we should return to in our country, so all the children come to school on an equal basis. I don't think we should have social strata in schools. All children should be treated the same. Granted, the wealthy think they can send their children to better schools. Perhaps that's correct. But when you're in a nation that has the worst schools in the world, is it really correct? Do they really have a grip on things? Maybe it's time for all of us to start educating our children at home so they will get some education. Maybe they won't be able to pass specialized tests that our government thinks they should pass. But look at some of the problems we have in the United States. We're the most diverse culture in the world. that diversity brings with it its problems. I can't imagine where I grew up in North Dakota and then moving to Minnesota that a very uniform culture there, at least in North Dakota, where you've got mostly Swedes, Norwegians, and a smattering of Germans and Russians, and generally all Protestant. They are definitely different than coming down to Texas, where we have many different cultures. All of that presents its difficulties. I want all of you to think about this. You have a great day, and please be blessed. God bless you.